when a horse leaves like that and they're loose, it's tricky, because then the next thing the person's going to do, most likely, is walk into the horse. So then we're invading that horse's personal space. Now, we just opened this gate, and my videographer is not standing in the gate, and she shouldn't be. I just waved my rope at the horse next door. So now I'm just going to go up to her, and I want you, whenever there's a shot of her eye, I want you to look at that top eyelid, because when it makes a hood, then that horse is it's treating me more like a predator, or like somebody that they don't really want to have anything to do with. And so I just have my hand out here. I'm just going to step back a little bit and see how she turned her head away from me. So I have a rope halter here, but I have a nice, really long lead shank on this. So I'm just going to very quietly, I've got my right hand to her, and see how she just came to me there. But she came, and then she said, I'm just going to keep going around. So she switched sides instead of coming, and now she's looking at me out of that left eye. But her hip is closer to me than her head. So now there's the big no-no. That's the big no-no, when they turn away like that. So this whole catching process is really important. This is where normal people make so many mistakes, and where people get kicked. If you follow horse people on Facebook or some other social media, it's not uncommon to see pictures of people that have been kicked in the head, or run over, or knocked down and savaged. Worst case scenario. So I'm just going to step ahead of her eye. And you just saw a little flash of white on that right eye. You can still see it there. So I'm just going to see the white on that eye. So this whole catching process is very, very important to this horse. And this is a very talented young horse. And I think she's going to be capable of being a tremendous jumper. And so we could just barge through all of this. But that's never a good idea. So you see me turn away from her there, because that lets her know I just took all the pressure off. And when you do that, it lets the horse know that they just did the right thing. If I would have said, oh goody, now I can step up there and put the halter on her, then I was ignoring her. See, she's ready to think about following me here. So I'm just going to put a little pressure on her hind end there. There. Now she's going to the camera person, which is fine. But you see, that's what it looks like when you're being crowded by a horse. Okay, honey bunch, we're good.